The act of forgiveness can be incredibly healing. When you finally go inside and you forgive yourself for something that you're holding on to, it can be liberating. I have just realized recently that I have been holding on to an ideal of myself and of other people. And I'm like, ooh, gives me the, shivers just thinking about it. Honestly, when we grow up in life, we look at our parents like they're ideal, okay? But when we get our parents, they're broken already. Think about where you came from and everything that you're suffering, struggling, challenged with. Well, you think your parents are any better than you? And their parents were any better than them? No. We all have challenges. We all struggle. We all go through things. But yet we hold this expectation, this unrealistic ideal of our parents. We put them way up here because they're the people who teach us what we need to know in order to move forward. However, whether you love your parents love you, you had a good relationship, bad relationship, it doesn't matter. You still have childhood trauma. It happens because you are carrying the baggage from your past, their parents' past, their grandparents' past. It goes on and on and on forever and ever and ever until you, as an individual, decide this is where it stops with me. All done. I forgive. I forgive myself for not knowing any better, and I forgive them for not knowing any better. I forgive myself for trying to be the ideal daughter, the ideal wife, the ideal coworker, the ideal friend, the ideal sister. I forgive myself for that. None of us are ideal. Okay, that's like perfect, and perfect is non-existent. It just doesn't exist. Then realize that you have to forgive other people, for not being ideal. And then forgiving yourself, this is the biggest one. Forgive yourself for thinking you had to be ideal. Oh my gosh, where does that thought even come from? Your past. It's crazy. So forgiveness is so incredibly healing when you embrace it. And when you realize that you're not forgiving a person for hurting you because what they did to you was not right, but you're forgiving them in order to release yourself from the situation. You are forgiving yourself. You're forgiving them so that you can move forward. You don't want to move backwards anymore. The past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go. The way to let it go is with forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Okay, it's not okay if someone hurt you, but it is okay to forgive them so that you can move forward. All right, let's just keep moving forward in life because you can't go back. You can try like hell to go back, but you can't go back. And going back is more of a punishment. It's more of going into purgatory than it is being free. Think about it. When you think about the past and everything that you wish you could change and everything that you try, oh, I wish I could have done this better. I wish that this didn't happen so that this could have happened. I wish. Well, guess what? There's no wishing. There's no fixing what happened before. So just embrace yourself and own the good, the bad, and the ugly of the past. Forgive it all and move forward. Don't go back anymore. Just don't go back. Just move forward. Move ahead. Stay aligned. Stay aligned. Stay grounded in Mother Earth. Stay true to yourself and what's in your heart and your gut and your instinct. And stay connected to the spirit, to the universe, to everything around you. You are so important. And in order to move forward and be the best version of you, you need to forgive yourself. You didn't know any better. You were brought up a certain way. Without the awareness, what are you going to do? You don't know what you don't know until you know. But now you know. Now you have this awareness. And you know that freedom equals healing. And forgiveness equals healing. Forgiveness equals freedom. Forgiveness equals liberation. Amen. Amen. And whatever you do, if you do decide to look back on your past as a third party, someone who's not involved in the situation. Just go back as an observer. You just want to observe the situation. You don't want to go back judging, because that creates grudges and resentment and regret and all that crap that we're trying to release. So whatever you do, if you do decide to think of the past and something that may have happened to you, look at it from a third-party observer and do not get involved in the blame game. Okay? That's not what it's all about. We're forgiving. We are forgiving and setting ourselves free. Feels good. I mean, my biggest thing was realizing that as soon as I started saying I forgive myself for not being the ideal daughter, the ideal girlfriend, the ideal wife, the ideal whatever, and going on and on and on and on, I'm like, oh my God, I forgive myself for thinking I had to be ideal to anyone. I am who I am. I love and accept me. Love, trust, and accept myself for who I am in this moment. If other people can't handle it, that's their story. That's not mine. I love myself, and you need to love yourself, because that's what it's all about. When you find yourself not feeling loved or accepted, it's time to go within. It's time to stop, pause, and breathe and go within and forgive yourself for expecting others to love and accept you, because love and acceptance comes from you first, and then other people can love and accept you. So don't get me wrong, love and acceptance can come from other sources, but don't depend on the sources. It's all about you. So everything I try to teach is about going inward. We try so hard to look on the outside for everything that we're looking for, all the answers, you name it, but it's not out there. It's within you. So by all means, let's celebrate ourselves and let's embrace forgiveness and forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Now you have all this self-knowledge and wisdom, and you can move forward in a positive way. But forgiveness isn't a one and done. It's a constant. It's a constant learning. It's a constant changing. It's a constant growing. It's a constant commitment. So commit to forgiving yourself of one thing daily. I'm sure something comes up every day. It always does. At least it does for me. Anyway, I love you. Take care. Forgiveness is freedom.